Willie Contraband here, and welcome to Beyond Duality.
Beyond duality, three eyes in a circle. Willie Contraband, no soul, controversial. Facts on facts, but my name's not Urkel. Hit 'em where it hurts till their heart turns purple. They say they got you.
Alright, today I am doing solar cycle reading for the year ahead for my beautiful Taurus. Yo, just because this is a solar cycle reading, let me take this moment aside to say really appreciate you guys. There's a lot of Taurus energies that I work with, and Taurus sun signs and rising signs that I work with that made major impacts in my life, and showed me how to perceive this world in a whole new way. But also I want to thank you guys for the whole year, for the most part, have been holding me down. You guys been pretty much my #1 viewers for all my videos, so like, round of applause for you guys. I appreciate you guys a lot. Also last year, solar cycle from 2017 to 2018, that has been my #1 video for Taurus, for all my videos and at that, but you guys, the solar cycle reading video I did last year, you guys really pushed that out for me and showed me mad love, and that's really where everything started off, like kicked off, that really blew off the lid to show me and that I could do this, that I was applying my time in a valuable way that was resourceful and helpful for people. So I appreciate you guys. But if you guys haven't seen it, go check up your, where's it at, right there, your last year's solar cycle reading, and see if anything resonated or manifested this past year. But anyways, let's get to the year ahead, the solar cycle. Happy birthday, my lovely Tauruses. As I say always, remember, this is a generalized reading. If you would like a personalized reading for your eyes only, go to williecontraband.com/guidance, and I'll hook you guys up there. Also, if you would like to make a contribution to Willie Contraband, my PayPal link's down below in the description box. If you're feeling generous, I very much appreciate. And at that being stated as well, I appreciate everyone that's been, making contributions to me, man. I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful for you guys, everyone that's been sending them in, and even just people that are watching, tuning in. I appreciate you guys to the utmost, But either way, let's get to the reading. This is the solar cycle reading for the year ahead, from this moment on till next year when it's your birthday again, But let's see what we got going on for this year ahead, guys. General energy. Ace of Chalices, Ace of Cups, Ace of Water. Usually when I see Ace of Chalices in a solar cycle reading, this means this year it's going to be a sourceful year. I feel like last year was somewhat of a resourceful year for you guys. If you check it out, it was about abundance in reality, trying to see the abundance that surrounds you last year, this year that has passed, that you wanted to see what were good quality of things you had in your life. There was a lot of detoxing, physically, mentally, and also spiritually, through the soul and all that. So I feel like last year you really started seeing about like what's resourceful around you and what's not, what things you had to take out of your life, and you're probably still currently trying to take those things out of your life. We live in the third dimensional realm, which there is a delay, so that's why it takes a little bit of time for things to happen out here that we already seen here. But I feel like last year was about you becoming I guess obvious to the abundance that's around you and what's the potential of certain things in your life, what they could be, And I feel like this year, Ace of Chalices is definitely saying that now you become source in a way. You become where all the energy starts and ends at, Like your life is going to be about you and about what makes you happy. You see like the two little kids right here, that's masculine and feminine energy within. And that's you combining those two energies within you, that you're masculine and feminine, to really become your one source. This hand that's reaching out, that it's like, hey, no matter the situation you're in, you're always going to be good. You know, Ace of Chalices is about abundance as well, but this is the abundance coming from within. You see the cup is up here and the chalice, and they'd be like, oh, may your cup runneth over, something like that, right? And all that means is that once you realize that everything in this life, in this thing called reality that they tell us, you know, this is our world or whatever, everything really comes from your perception, the way you perceive things around you, and then your thoughts, and then your emotions, and these are the things that, you know, formulas that create whatever you manifest into material. So everything that you're, you know, experiencing out here is really coming from within your mind, within your soul, within your heart. You know, there's the different factors, but this year I really think you're going to become one with that type of awareness, in which you're going to see that there's abundance everywhere, and that's because you are the abundance. You are abundant within yourself, you know. I feel like this is the year that you're going to learn how to trust yourself as well, you know, to know that, you know, whatever happens in your life is not because of, you know, parties outside of you, because of sources outside of you or counterparts outside of you. I think you're really going to fully come into the culmination of the conclusion within your mind that you know that you are your own source. You know, you know you are the source of your happiness, of, you know, your sadness as well. It goes both ways. You know, you just can't take the glory without taking the pain and facing that pain as well, you know. But like I said, that's the first card. Let's see what's going on. We got the Foundation next, and the Foundation card is not making this up, I'm finding out as we go along, just in case for first time viewers. But what's popped up, 10 of Chalices. So we got more cups, more water. And this is about abundance as well. 10 is a number of completion. It's also a number of beginnings, you know. So I think certain things are ending. And, you know, they say 0 is only a placeholder. I believe is only the thing that keeps everything together, like a cipher, right? 0 is the cipher that just holds things. So when you go to a higher level from 1 to 10, you know, 1 is a number of manifestation, also a number of knowledge, is also like the seed of life. But the difference between 1 and 10 is the same thing, but just at a higher level, a deeper knowledge, a deeper understanding of things, of whatever it is that you're learning in your life. And Foundation, 10 and 1. 10 was the foundation card, 1 was the overall energy. I feel like, you know, this year is about to be like, you're going to be start learning about what kind of source you are, what kind of energy you have within, things that you have control over in reality, you know. And I think 10 of Chalices is really saying, like, it's going to be inside of you, which is going to be like running through that cup. If you are the chalice, you know, the water is running through you. If, you know, outside your foundation, things are going to hold you up. The 10 of Chalices is about abundance, about happiness. It's a lot about, like, things that are familiar to you, or, you know, family type of energy. But I think, you know, you're going to have a lot of support from inside, because that's what the 1 of Chalices is telling me. You know, your awareness of, like, you know, you are the source of happiness, you are your own support, you know, you are the creator of your reality, of this experience that you are experiencing. But along that way this year, I feel like the stronger you get within, the stronger the things outside of you get. I feel like, you know, you're going to have pieces around you, either family or friends or co-workers or just different counterparts. How I was saying, like, you know, this is the year that you realize that everything is really happening because of inside of you, you know, not because of things happening outside of you. Sounds pretty trippy, but it's like, as above so below, as within so without, meaning whatever's happening in here, it's what you're going to experience out here, no matter what's happening out here, you know. So I feel like the deeper you start taking care of yourself and really realizing, you know, what kind of source you are, instead of looking for resources, you're going to start always looking for yourself, making sure that you're good so that you could take the right steps that are always needed in your life. I feel like the stronger you get within, the stronger and everything gets better outside. I think you're going to have, like, a lot of support coming through this year, you know, for anything you want to do. So I think this is a really good, so far what it's looking like, it's like a real good building year, you know, a year that, you know, you're going to be able to build within, maybe build business, build friendships, networking with other type of people, you know, whatever type of hobbies you may have, or, you know, special activities you like to do, I think you're going to be like able to build upon any of those and really start feeling, because you always been, but feeling like you're directing your life in a certain way, you know. Next we have what do you call this? Oh, recent past. And I always say recent past is could be 3 hours, 3 days, 3 weeks, or 3 months, right? Depending how the energy resonates with you, you know, resonates with you. But let's see what's going on. All right, we got Ace of Pentacles, right? So Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Coins, Ace of Earth type energy. It's usually about, you know, things beginning anew in this physical realm, this third dimensional realm that we usually, you know, how do you say, function in. For the most part, we're multidimensional beings. We're multidimensional beings of light. I just put the light up for you guys to see how bright this coin is. But in the recent past, I feel like last year was when you started really figuring things out about abundance. If you check out the old video that I posted last year, it'll explain deeper into what kind of journey you were on last year. And I feel like this is like recent past. You always look in your past to, you know, study. I always say the past is something that we study. It's like a textbook, you know. So you study from it, so you'll be prepared for your tests that are ahead, you know. So I feel like this is saying recent past, you've been really putting more value into the things that you do, the people you hang out with, maybe the type of things you're feeding yourself, as in, you know, physical food, food for thoughts, soul food, you know, for your spirit. But I think a lot of things are getting more value in your life, and that's been building upon the last few months, maybe till last year. You know, last solar cycle was, the reading was about, you know, you finding your abundance. And abundance is finding, like, you know, being grateful for things and finding the value of the things that are already in your life, which will allow for more great things to come into your life, you know. But once again, there's a theme going on, because we got Ace of Chalices, which is number 1. We have 10 of Chalices, another 1 without the, this is a 1 to a higher level. 0 is a placeholder, so they say. And then we got another 1, Ace of Pentacles. So we got 3 1s right now. We got some new beginnings, new energy arising, stirring up. Let's see what we got. Let's keep it going. Next, we got messages from your higher self. And I always say we all have our own ways of understanding things with different labels, different names, different titles. But you know, I say this is messages from your higher self. But you may say messages from God, or the universe, or Jesus, or Allah, or Buddha, or Muhammad, or Jehovah, or Judah. Whoever. Whatever your source is, my friend, whatever your source may be. But let's see what the messages are coming through. Major Arcana, the Moon card. The Moon is your mood. It's a transfer of energy, like your emotions. Your emotions is energy and motion. And if you see right here, there's a transfer of energy definitely going on. From one tower, the birds fly to the other. Transfer of energy, the sun and moon meeting, because this is the part of the night that is like, you know, from nighttime, 3, 4, 5 o'clock, and then the sun start meeting the moon around the same time, and then the moon going down, sun coming up. So transfer of energy, this is what it's implying. There's definitely new things, and I told you a lot of the 3 cards before that, it was one of Chalices, 1 of Pentacles, and 10 of Chalices, all one energy, right? So there's definitely new beginnings arising, and the moon is saying, you know, only you know where you want to go into your life. There's a transfer of energy going on. This is also talks about your dreams, and also talks about the unknown. So it's also saying there's many things coming ahead, and I feel like the unknown part is saying that it's very open, you know, since maybe you don't know the direction and where things may be going. That means it could be anything, you know. That's the cool part. It could literally be anything, because if it's unknown, if it's known, then that means you're already restricting it in a way. Like you're making it like, I want this, or it's gonna be that. It's gonna be that type of energy that comes around. But maybe if you're not too sure, or you're still very open to not having to know the whole piece of all the pieces of the puzzle yet, then it could literally become anything. But I think there's a transfer of energies going on in your life this year. Really think you're elevating to different places, and I think you're getting closer to your dreams. This is also about your dreams as well. Because I did say we are multi-dimensional beings. Vibrationally, we could be on different realms in a way. That's why there's like a spirit world and there's like a dream world. So going to your dreams, like maybe there's a time to really focus on your dreams, your daydreams or your night dreams. When you're either sleeping or your eyes open, whatever is coming up, whatever images are imagining into your mind, or whatever you're seeing when you close your eyes at night, But I think start paying attention to your dreams, whatever it is that it seems that you have to go closer to, Gotta go with that emotion, because the moon is the mood. But there's definitely new beginnings arising for sure. I think this year is either you're starting something anew or you're just going to a whole different level. And I think it's within. Once again, I told you the moon is the mood, is the emotions, the emotions, the energy, emotion within yourself, And like I said before, I think, this is the year you find out that all that energy is inside of you. The Ace of Chalices is saying, now I know I'm source. What do I do? But now I know I'm source. So what do I do? I want to know. One is about knowing, and one is about knowledge. But the moon card is definitely saying going within. The only way you find out your dreams is to, pay attention to them. So whatever moves you, whatever makes you feel good, moon, whatever moves your moon and your mood, go towards that. Those are the things that are going to help you out this year. I think it's time for you guys to finally get like your security and stability that you've been wanting to feel, but in a different way. It's probably not going to come in the way that you always thought it was going to come, But next we have steps to take to the near future. Let's see what we got. Oh, here we go. All right, so we got some fire. Knight of Wands. I love this card, especially for you, Taurus. Knight of Wands, Knight of Fire, that desire, that passion, that action, that ambition. Right. Knight of Wands is about, getting out of your comfort zone in a way. I literally just said with the moon card that it's like, your security, your sense of stability, or whatever it may be that you've been trying to find or trying to achieve, whatever it is that you think is your dream, or whatever you need to go closer to. But I was like, it might come in a form that you didn't think it was gonna come in. Maybe you're waiting for something to come into your life this year, and to get closer to those things, you've been thinking it's something else, but it's gonna come in a different form. Whatever stability or security or whatever it may be that you are trying to achieve is gonna come in a different form. And I feel like that's what Knight of Wands is doing. Knight of Wands is telling you get a little uncomfortable, do things that you don't usually do. You see the knight right here, he's out here in Egypt, what I'm saying? He's chilling with camels and, the Egyptians, if so, whoever they are. It's just foreign, so different people. Foreign, I always say foreign too doesn't mean that you have to go like across the seas or something to like experience something foreign. Something foreign could be right in your backyard in the same city or town that you live in right now. But foreign to me means something that's not familiar, So try to not completely be like the comfort person that you are, that you like everything to be very comfortable, Knight of Wands saying go explore a little bit, see what else is out here in this world, because now you're getting a better sense of who you are, which is going to allow stronger foundations outside of you to culminate, which will give you the security that maybe you've been looking for, the stability or whatever, to feel safe, to, really go outside your comfort zones, because you never know what you find, man. You really don't. You really, really don't. Like, this world is crazy. There's so many different types of things here, too. A lot of cool things, man. A lot of good people out here, to be honest. There's really a lot of good people out here, now when I think about it. But either way, Knight of Wands is definitely saying go out your comfort zone and try to, either explore your mind or explore your physical surroundings, I'm talking about surroundings. Next card is one of my favorite positions in this format, and it's the environment card. And I like the environment card because they say you are a product of your environment. You are your surroundings, as they say. And from my observations, I've believed that to be true. You know, I think that's a major thing. Your environment. I think everyone is shaped or shifted in some way because of their environment. But what we got, right, we still got this water energy going on. What's going on? 4 of chalices, 4 cups, 4 of water. And really right here, like, this card really talks about, you know, either focusing on things or, you know, daydreaming in a way, you know. And this talks about, you know, things coming to you. You know, you're over here and you see, like, you know, Pegasus out here flying over to you, as in mobility and transportation and also freedom. We got the cloud over here handing over a chalice, you know, right side up. All the chalices are right side up. So these are good things that are around you. And remember, it was mostly cups out here. And then for foundation, I said it looks like, you know, there's going to be a lot of things, like good types of energies holding you down, you know. As in, I think there's going to be support from family, friends, co-workers, or whoever is around you. And I think this adds on to that type of energy. I think 4 chalices is definitely saying that you're going to get some help from people around you. Even if sometimes in the physical world it looks like you may be daydreaming, you're really focusing, you know, you're going within. I feel like that's what's happening here. You're going within, and the more deeper you go within, you're out here in the middle of the park or something at a trees, sitting down, meditating, and you're just closing your eyes, going deep within. And at the same time, you don't know, like, everything around you is just coming to you. Like, everything that you're thinking of is probably getting closer to you by the minute, you know. So it looks like your environment this year is going to be very supportive, as long as, you know, one of chalices, you got your inner children balance, your masculine, feminine energy, you know, as long as you keep realizing that you are this chalice that keeps running water, you know. It's like, where's all this water coming from? Because it's unlimited, you know. Your potential out here is beyond what you could even fathom. So as long as you keep being aware and keep learning about yourself this year, you know, and being aware that you are the source, you know. You've always been, in a way, a person to be resourceful, you know, to have resources around you, but you have to realize that you are that source. You are that resource. You're the ultimate resource in reality. You know, all of us humans are, in a way. That's why a lot of corporations have, what's the department called? Human resources. But anyways, you are your own source, Taurus, especially this year. And it's important for you to be aware of that, because as long as you know that, I feel like a lot of things are going to come to you. And cups are good, man. Cups fill up the emotion, and the emotion is, like, really the manifestation power. You know, we really manifest the things that we feel, because the things that we feel are what makes us think certain things, and then that's when we attract certain things consciously. But before all that goes down into the emotion. So I think there's going to be a lot of support within your emotions this year from outside counterparts and outside forces. If you yourself provide yourself with the right emotions, if you go in and dig deep and learn about yourself, because you're growing, Taurus. You've grown a lot this last year. You really have, especially the people I've worked with. There's people like you guys that I've talked to that send me emails and comment, which I love so much. But I've seen the transformation. It's amazing. It makes me really happy, you know, not because maybe I had something to do with it, but because I like to see people grow. That's what life is about. Like, everything that has life is growing, you know. So I like to see life in people. I like to see that people are experiencing life. And I think this year is going to be a little easier in certain aspects of how these last couple cycles have been going for you. I think, you know, there's good aspects for you this year that are going to just bring you to a whole new level. But anyways, we got 2 cards left. The next one is intentions and goals, or fears and doubts, depending what card comes out. So let's see what it's about. 3 of Wands, 3 of Fire, that desire, that action, passion, ambition. So 3 of Wands, bringing some fire into the mix. You got Knight of Wands as well. steps to take to the near future. These cards kind of talk to each other in the way that, you know, whatever your next steps are is what's going to allow you to take the higher steps, which are your intentions and goals for this year. And I feel like I said, the whole time, I literally been saying, it's like I feel like something new is coming to bring you to a higher level, you know? And right here, 3 of Wands, intentions and goals, it looks like you might be going. Or if not, that's what you want. Can you get clear for me, please? No. Anyways, try and get this clear for you guys. There we go. You see? And you may be aware or not, but as you keep going on this journey that Knight of Wands was talking about, Knight of Wands, like, get comfortable, start meeting different type of people, whatever it may be. Just get out your comfort zone, do something foreign, not necessarily across the seas. It might be in your backyard, in your city. But 3 of Wands definitely saying throughout this journey this year, I don't see fears and doubts. If anything, you might have a little fear of the responsibility that's going to come with a lot of things that you're going to achieve this year, you know, within yourself. Because once you start learning more about yourself, then there's different things you have to be responsible for, you know. But throughout this journey, I feel like you're going to go to a higher level for sure. And you're not either going to notice, you're not going to notice, you are, but there's going to be people that is watching. You know, I'm one of the people that are watching. If you're one of the people that, you know, emailing me and, like, commenting, like, as time goes on, I'm watching, you know. I'm going and seeing, like, what kind of, like, video you guys are liking to see where your mind's at, you know, not to creep you guys out, but people that reach out to me, I try to interact with them as best as I can to get to know them, you know, even if it's just here through the digital world. But you gotta always remember, people are watching whether you see it or not, you know. And I feel like you're going to the top, and there's gonna be people that you're gonna influence knowingly and not knowingly, you know. But anyways, guys, we got 1 card left. This is possible outcome, keyword possible outcome, you know, just so you don't come back and be like, hey, Willie, yeah, you said this was gonna happen and what? Nah. But if it does happen, let me know. Anyways, last card, possible outcome. Let's see how this solar cycle will possibly end up for you guys. We got 2 of Swords. That's kind of funny, guys. That's kind of funny because, you know, this whole time we're mainly messing with the 1 energy. You know, we had a lot of 1s pop up, and it's just funny at the end, a 2 of Swords comes up. Next level, 2. But 2 of Swords is higher level mentally as well, and it's also about making decisions. I feel like by the end of the solar cycle, you're going to know so many things new about yourself and the things around you and the people around you. And, you know, I feel like there's a year of very, like, great growth. You know, you might not learn as many new things, but the things that you learn are going to be so full of quality and value to you that at the end, it's going to be like, all right, well, this year's ending, but every ending means beginning, as in new level. And I feel like at the end of this year, you're going to have to make a big decision, you know. I feel like what's ahead of the end of this year for you guys may be something major that just shifts your life, you know. Because 2 of Swords is like, look, we've been talking, like, I don't make this shit up, guys, right? We've been talking about the whole time, like, I'm like, you know, the reading started with going within, go within, and everything outside gets better. Go within, you know. And look at him right here. 2 of Swords have to make a decision with a blindfold on. Because he's going within. If this is the New Vision tarot card, so they show perspectives from behind for the most part. But if you see like a regular tarot card, 2 of Swords, you see him from the face, he has a blindfold on. And he's there just going within, meditating, balancing. That's why he has the 2 swords, but just balancing things out. And he has to make the decision from within, you know. I think that's what's gonna end up happening for you guys at the end of the year. You're gonna learn so many new things. Your horizons are gonna be broadened and expanded. So I feel like this year is about growth, about balancing within yourself, just seeing higher values in everything around you, seeing the true abundance that comes from within you. But at the end of this solar cycle next year, 2019, it's going to be a good decision, I believe. If not, it's going to be something that's going to be for the best, you know. But I really think it's going to be a good decision. I think it's going to be something that you're going to feel more control over, more than anything, as in you're the one making this decision. Not like, oh, well, you know, my life has been like this, and just due to a series of events, I have to decide to do this. I think you're gonna have some options at the end of the year, and I think it's gonna be major, something that's gonna like really allow you to, you know, change the positioning of who you are in this world, in your life, especially, you know, how you look at yourself, and if you're ready to really become the person that you always been, you know. This is great. And I didn't tell you, but I had this background card. It's the bottom of the deck, and it's 2 of chalices, right? So 2 of chalices is about unionship, you know, especially within. Like, we started 1 of chalices, and that's these 2 guys when they were young, you know. And that's the inner kids. Your inner kids are growing up, and that was behind the whole time. And behind that is 9 chalices. I'm not even making this up. I'm not going to keep going, but 2 of chalices was behind the background card, looking at me the whole time. And I think it's like just saying, when the 2 of swords moment pops up next year in the solar cycle at the end, that decision is going to be like, because it's time to grow up, you know. Not that you're not grown up, but we always growing up. And that's why I said it's the beautiful thing about life, because anything that has life and that is full of life, that means it's growing, you know. It's at a stage of growth. Either if the growth is up or down. Sometimes things have to be destroyed for new life to be created just within yourself. You have to let go of all the old shit, you know. But it looks like solar cycle for 2018, 2019 gonna leave you off with some options, some choices to make in your life that are gonna be for the greater of things. So make sure this whole year you are full of greatness, as in make sure you are grateful. Okay, my friends. Be out and about, be watching, be on the lookout for all my videos. I'm gonna be doing your monthly readings every month, plus more, so definitely be on the lookout for that. But this has been your food for thought. If you may, please feed me back, my friends. I always enjoy the extra energy. And have a beautiful, beautiful solar cycle. All right? Much peace. Much love.
They got you thinking that I'm dying, quoting all my songs, telling you that I'm lying, throwing all the truth, cause the truth will always find you. No matter where you go, is always right there behind you. See the shiny lights is only really there to blind you. Crazy how the stars in the sky could define you. Crazy how the stars in the sky could define you. I'm going on my mind off a tab in the mountain.